Why is franchising the Wild West? I'm Doug Luther, franchisee lawyer with Luther Lanard. Franchising is the Wild West, for one, because there's little regulatory oversight. At the federal level, the Federal Trade Commission regulates franchising, and there's various state regulatory agents as well. But unfortunately, the amount of regulators is few and far between, and is very small compared to the amount of franchisors and franchise salespersons. So the ultimate result is that franchisors and franchise salespersons can get away with fraudulent conduct without any kind of regulatory scrutiny or regulatory investigations. Secondly, franchise agreements. Franchise agreements over the last few decades have become more and more one-sided. In fact, if you look through a franchise agreement today for a typical brand, you'll see almost no obligations on the behalf of the franchisor, meaning no matter how bad the franchisor is doing in terms of support, training, marketing, or assistance generally, there's typically no contractual liability for the franchisor, and franchisees have little, if any, contractual recourse when it comes to the franchise agreement. Lastly, there's not a lot of legal claims that franchisees can bring. For one, there's no federal private right of action for the franchise rule. Secondly, there's a lot of deceptive trade Practices Act and franchise investment laws at the state level, but many of them have very short statute of limitations, meaning that claims have to be brought within 6 months or a year or they're forfeited. And then lastly, there's often a reliance or causation element that makes it difficult for franchisees to establish a violation. For all these reasons, it's very important for franchisees to work with franchise law firms in conducting due diligence before getting into a franchise, or to seek our assistance in getting out of the wrong franchise.